Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. Topic of today is about summoning and how you can get more chances of summoning an advanced hero. So today it's all about tips and tricks and learning about recessive genes. Now, many of you guys that have been summoning for a while would have probably learned this through the Discord or other YouTubers. And today I just want to make my own variation of how I've been able to increase my chances of summoning the advanced class. So we all know that inside DeFi kingdoms, that if you summon with a wizard and a priest, there is a chance you're going to get a summoner. Or if you summon with a pirate and a monk, there is a chance you're going to get a ninja. But what most people don't know is that when you're looking at these heroes, just because a pirate is a pirate, it doesn't mean that it's 100% pirates. So DeFi Kingdoms has created this really interesting ecosystem and way of giving a lot of traits to all heroes. So I'll give you guys an example right now as from this diagram that I kind of made. When you're looking at a hero, every hero will have a main class and a subclass. And each of these main class and subclasses has different traits. So for example, let's say we were to choose one of my heroes over here. Okay, let's use this summoner as an example. The summoner is the main class, the knight is the subclass. The knight over here, the knight is the main class, the archer is the subclass. But even though it says summoner right here, it doesn't mean that it's 100% summoner. Okay, and I'll show you guys a resource that most people use to identify their recessive genes. So I want you to think of the recessive genes just like maybe someone's nationality, right? Let's say you could be mainly, let's say 75% Chinese, 20% African, 4% Laos, and 1% you're Caribbean. I don't know. Interesting mix, but that's what I kind of think of it as. And what happens is when people summon, all right, let's say they want to summon a warrior and a knight to get a paladin, they might be only summoning with a warrior that is 75% warrior, or a knight that is only 75% knight. So they'll usually get the summoning chances of about 14%. What we want to do is we want to increase that 14% all the way up as close to 23% as possible when you're summoning with the basics to get an advance. So I'll give you an example of what I'm talking about right now. So there's this amazing site called DeFi Kingdoms Professions. I'll leave the link down below as well. And on this site, you can actually place the ID of two heroes and see the chances and probability of you summoning a hero. So let's say we're going to do two random ones right now. Let's say I want to do, let's see, this warrior over here. Okay. Let's put this in here somewhere. All right. And with this warrior, we want to summon it with a knight. So I might use one of my knights. Now, with summoning, you need to at least own one hero. And the other one you can hire inside the taverns. But that means that you'll also pay for the hiring fee and also the summoning fee. So, okay, let's use this one over here, assistant ID. So if I plug these two in, okay, if I summon with these two heroes, there is a 46% chance, 47% chance that I'll get a warrior as a main class, 30% that I'll get a knight. Oh, this is pretty high actually, 18% that I'll also get a paladin. Now, most of the times when you're summoning with two heroes from basics to advanced, it's mostly 14%. And I'll show you guys why right now. Over here is another site, and you're going to be switching between this one where you can summon two, and you're going to use this one to find out the characteristics of a certain hero. So over here, the goal is to get the recessive genes to match the main class. So I'll give you an example, okay? I believe this is one of my, where was it? One of my warriors was, okay, this guy. This guy over here is, if I paste this inside this site, you can see that this is a common warrior. The main class is a warrior. And what do we say about here? The main class will represent 75%, but they will also have 3 recessive genes. And you can check out the recessive genes right here. So the recessive genes over here, 1, 2, and 3, adds on certain percentages. So 75% warrior plus 20% warrior plus 1% warrior. This guy is 96% warrior and 4% knight. Does that make sense? Now, what we want to do is we want to mix. So this is a really good warrior to summon with in terms of recessive genes and stuff like that. Of course, we've got to consider the summons. Let's just talk about recessive genes today. The next thing we want to do is we want to find a knight that has a knight main class and also some recessive genes that match it. So I'm going to go through my collection because I believe I do have a knight that fulfills that role. Let's just use the next one. If I load that up. Okay, this is a good example of not what to look for, right? So you can see that it is a knight, 75%, but the first recessive gene holds 20%. And this is a thief. And then the 4% is the recessive gene 2 is 4%. So this is a 79% knight. So that is decent, but we want the R1 to at least be a knight as well. So let's keep searching. Let's keep searching. I do have another knight. I believe this guy has better recessive genes. Oops. So let's copy and paste this one into here. If you're learning so far, hit a thumbs up. Okay, this one is also nuts. So knight, 75%, only 4%, 79%. So this isn't good at all. So, okay. So I'll show you guys what to look for right now. I'll paste in this ID, which is some other hero that I found. The knight is 75%, but guys, can you see the recessive genes number 1 is 20%. So this is a 95% knight. So now if you mix a 96% warrior with a 95% knight, that will increase the chances. So now we're going to go back to the other website where we can paste these two together. So now we have a 30% chance of getting a warrior, 38% chance of getting a knight, but boom, 22%. So you've increased it from 14 to 17 to 18 all the way to 22%. So let's really compare the numbers here, okay? If you have 14%, it will take you 1 out of 7 rolls to get a paladin. If you have a 22%, it will take you from about 1 to 4 to 1 to 5, right? So you're increasing your chances by a lot. So the challenge is this. The challenge is finding heroes in the tavern or heroes in the portals that have these percentages. But what you can do is you can just practice. If you're not into summoning yet, you can practice searching for them. And all you need to do is go into, show you guys. All you need to do is go to the portals, obtain crystals, infuse, hire hero. And remember, whenever you're summoning, you must own one parent hero, and you can hire the other one, or you can, buy another hero. And all you got to do, guys, is just copy this and put it to here. Scroll down, load, and just finding if this matches with this. And if it does, it's a pretty good hero to summon with. Now, of course, there's so many other things we need to measure, like how many summons does it have, or the generation. And I'll just go through a bit of that today. But if you've gotten value so far of how you can increase your chances of getting advanced heroes, please put a thumbs up or leave a comment down below. It really helps, a channel like mine that wants to grow. So next thing is, let's talk a bit about summoning. Okay, I mentioned this in my other video before, but you might be here for the first time, so I want to make sure. Okay, the generations really matter, because the higher the generation, the more it costs to summon with. So over here, I'll just show you guys what it might look like to summon. Right, so let's say we have warrior, and we're hiring something else. Maybe we want to hire a knight. When you're in the hiring page, the higher cost is what the person owning the hero has. So this isn't yours, right? So if I use this hero, I'm gonna pay the owner 1 jewel, and I'm gonna pay 36 for the summon fee. So if I click over here, if I don't mix these two together, it costs 75 altogether. So it costs 38 from the hero that I own, 36 from the hero that I'm hiring, and one of it goes to the owner of the second hero. Now over here, you can see that each hero also has generations. And you can see the generation costs go up as the generation increases. So this is a great site as well, which I'm leaving down in the description. Generation 0 all the way to generation, let's say 10. You can see that as it goes up, the price of jewel it costs to summon also goes up. That's just something to keep in mind. But when you're summoning with 2 heroes, the baby hero, the offspring, will always be 1 plus the highest parent hero. So let's say the first guy you summon with was Gen 2. And then if you summon with the second hero, and that's a Gen, let's say 5, baby hero or offspring is Gen 6. Because it's 1 plus the highest parent hero. But if this was a 3, then this will change to a 4. So whatever the highest one is, you just plus 1. Okay, that's really important to know. But when it comes to summons, okay, it's always 1 less the lowest one. So if we go back to this real quick, you can see that I'm mixing a warrior with a knight. Hopefully I get a paladin. And you can see that the summons is 3 out of 4 and 3 out of 3. So let's go back to my notepad. If I'm doing 3 out of 3 or 3 out of 4 times 3 out of 3, they both have 3 left. So my offspring will have 2 out of 2, because it's the lowest one, but because they're both the same, I'm just going to take it. Now, if this, all right, let's change a few numbers here. Let's say this was a 7 out of 8. It's still a 2 out of 2, because now this is the lowest one, right? We have a 3 out of 4, 1 minus that. Also 3 minus 1, sorry, is 2 out of 2. That's the offspring. So we'll get a Gen 4 with a 2 out of 2. That's really important to know, guys. But my whole intention of today's video was to help you guys understand how to use these resources and how to increase your chances of getting high probabilities of an advanced hero. So that's it for today's video. Hopefully you got some value from this. If you did, please like the video, give it a thumbs up, and I'll definitely see you guys at the next one. Peace out.